Good morning, everyone. This is Marian from Absolute Dispute Resolution, Family Mediator and Parent Coordinator. Happy Halloween. This is the month where parents struggle with choices for Halloween. So I thought I would pop in this morning and give a few tips on what it is that you can do to prepare for Halloween if you are co-parenting. So Halloween is a big deal for kids, and we never want to disappoint them during this time of year. But like I said, a lot of parents struggle with the co-parenting aspect of it. So number one is agree to split the cost of the costume up to a certain dollar amount. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is the parent who has the child for Halloween that year is responsible for the cost of the costume. And so that would alternate every year. The other thing is you can approach Halloween in a few different ways. You could either trade every other Halloween every year. So mom gets Halloween this year, dad gets Halloween next year, then mom, then dad. That's one way to do it. And that kind of ties in what I was saying about the cost of the costume. Whoever has the child for Halloween that year would pay. Alternatively, you can make it a family event and go together. That is a very special situation. So you either have to be amicable with the other party, at the very least civil, right? You're there just for the kids. It has to be safe. So if you're in a domestic violence situation or there's a restraining order or anything like that, you have to be very careful with that. And that is not the type of situation that would work best for you. So the other thing is you can do is, let's say mom would have them from 5 to 7 and dad would have them from 7 to 8 so that both parents can partake in Halloween every year. The other thing is you can split up the activities over the day or over the weekend. So let's say one parent does trick-or-treating, one parent buys the costume and maybe takes them to a haunted house or a pumpkin patch or something like that. That way the children are spending quality time with both parents and both parents are involved in Halloween. And then you can switch that the following year. I think it's also important to remember as you are going through a divorce situation, some of the traditions that you're accustomed to may change, and that's okay. You can make new customs, new traditions with your kids during your parenting time, such as, let's say, carving the pumpkin, right? Or deciding on what face you're going to put on the pumpkin or things like that. Or maybe take the kids to the mall on Halloween. And usually the malls have trick-or-treating at the stores. So that's something you may want to look into. I know some of the pumpkin patches have a child-friendly haunted house, which is fantastic, or they have a spooky corn maze, things like that. So there's so many things that you can do for Halloween. But importance is and should always be placed on the children. Communication is key, and so is planning in advance. This is not something you want to decide the day of Halloween or the night before. It's important that both parents model good behavior for the children, again, by focusing on what the child needs and being open to their suggestions. I think it's really important to listen to your kids. If they have a specific costume in mind, do your best to purchase that costume or make that costume for them. Those little things go a long way with the kids. Also, arts and crafts, another fun idea to do with your kids. So if you're the parent that perhaps doesn't have the child for trick-or-treating this year, or you've done the split where one parent does trick-or-treating, one does activities, there's lots of things, lots of DIY crafts that you can find online, fun things that your kids can make and gift to both parents. But again, be intentional about ensuring your children get quality time with you and the other parent. It's important to the children, and it's important to the parents in continuing to build this relationship with their kids. So remember, Halloween does not have to be scary if you're co-parenting. If you're looking for more tips or parent coordination services or mediation, feel free to contact me at absolutedisputeresolution.com. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.